Hello,
Hello.
what's up?
What's up? How are you doing? Oh. This is like two friends catching up like online for the whole audience to watch.
I know, man. How are you looking as pretty as ever?
Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm very, very good. I mastered the art of jhadu pocha, cutting vegetables, removing cobwebs from the ceiling. So if you ever have any services after the lockdown, for me to come and sweep and swap for you, me to do small errands, I'm available.
I think that'd be fab. Yeah, imagine Sid K coming over.
And
So
then
that is what
I've
lockdown
mastered
is
this,
teaching you.
and I've mastered this dance step also like this.
This is for TikTok, is it?
Yeah, man. I'm living on TikTok nowadays, yeah. What's
I
up? You
saw.
wanna
I
come?
was just going through all your TikToks. Oh, your baby's here.
Come. Say hi. That's Adhira.
Hi, Adira.
Hello.
So
Give flying kissy.
pretty.
So pretty.
So pretty.
Made French fries for me, na?
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
and today she's also gonna make custard for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Custard is already there.
Custard's already ready.
Yeah.
Then are you gonna give it to my friend or not? Custard.
Yeah.
Say yes properly.
Yeah.
Naughty girl.
No, good.
Spoiling you, huh? Very nice.
Yeah. I'm a very pampered man, yeah. Two daughters,
Touch
lovely
wood.
wife.
Touch wood. Touch
Two
wood.
daughters, lovely wife. Couldn't have asked for more.
So the first question actually goes to you. Apart from the fact that we're all locked down and how is it going? How are you dealing with three women in the house?
Listen, I'll tell you one thing. How are they dealing with me is the question.
I agree
Sabzi,
to that. Knowing you,
that
I
is,
agree to that. Yes.
so I'm the one who creates chaos in the house. I'm the one who starts doing things randomly. I'm the one who's dirtying the house. So everything, my daughter is 4 years old, but I behave like a two-year-old. So that's the scene. So my wife has been given the Patience Award.
Oh
My
my God.
daughter has been given, Adira has been given the Bravery Award. And my 1.5-year-old Saisha has been given the Warrior Award. Because
And what
Saisha
is
and
your
me,
award like?
my award is Naughtiest Boy in the World Award.
That is an old one, yeah. You come up with a new one.
You already know that about me, Mike.
Of course. Listen, so many years, obviously.
Yeah, man. Acha, tell me, so is this your lockdown look always?
I've just tidied myself slightly more, but yeah, this is how I am.
How nice, how nice. Why not? I keep telling people, even during lockdown, why is it that we always have to be in a certain way? A lot of people
Why
say,
a
"Arey yaar,
mess? Why
yeah,
a
why a
mess?
mess?" Yeah.
You you have to dress up and look for yourself, not for, I mean, great if you have to look good for everybody else, but you have to feel good, right? I mean, we are working every day, feel good about yourself.
There you go. You hit the nail on its head. Now you should also start making TikTok videos.
No chance that is happening. I'm not going to say anything. But listen, before
Huh.
all of this, I have one legit question, which I think I wanted to ask you over the years. Where do you get this bundle of energy from?
Okay, to be honest, I genuinely love life. Okay, my zeal for life is phenomenal. I cherish every minute. Uh, I also believe that every minute, you can't take it for granted. Like when I'm talking to you, I feel I can't take this moment for granted. When I go for a radio, TV interview, I can't take that for granted. When I wake up and say good morning, I cannot take that for granted. Like whenever I meet my both the daughters in the morning, the first thing I say good morning, and my younger one loves the song Bala. All right, so we tell Alexa to play Bala, and we all start dancing. And in the
How
morning,
cool.
sometime, yeah, I promise you, I actually get into their room saying good morning with Bala song. Then what I do is suddenly I make my wife clap for my daughters to clap for my house help. And we actually do that in the morning and all, yeah. Because I believe whatever you do, if you start cribbing, all right, then life will teach you a lesson and make you realize that we should be grateful for what we have. And
Yeah.
that's the truth,
Yeah. Yeah, that's
you
true.
know.
I agree. I totally agree. But every time I've met you and all the interviews you've taken and, I've been a witness of, I'm always wondering this bundle of energy. He makes people smile only with his voice. Like,
How nice.
everybody here knows that you're a pioneer on the FM radio. I mean, we are all hearing your show on 104.8. But and every time I hear you, I'm like, where does he get this smile and energy from? And I said, I have to ask him. And I'm sure this can be passed on to a lot of people who are listening and hearing you right now. So,
You know, listen, there's also another side to me, by the way, which probably you'll only get to know. Like my wife, Neha, actually says at times that, listen, you don't even talk at times. So there is another side to me too.
because you
Okay, I'll be
conserve your energy.
there you go. So it's not like 24 hours a day, I'm like buzzing all the time, but I preserve my energy, right? There are
True.
times when you meet my wife, she'll actually genuinely tell you, you won't even know that I exist in my house. But that's also important, right? It's like
Yeah,
a
that's true.
gun. You have a gun with bullets. It's important to
Hmm.
use the right bullet at the right time. And we also
Yeah,
have an alter ego, right? So there's a
yeah,
side to us, Aahuti, like the way you're talking to me now. For example, tomorrow after the lockdown, maybe I see you in a different situation. You might end up
yeah,
being very different with me, right?
yeah.
But
True,
one,
true,
but
true.
but one thing for me is what I feel at that moment is what I
Hmm.
express. All right.
Yeah,
So if I feel something, you will know it. And
sure.
I'm very open about my feelings. I don't have
Wow,
manipulation about my feelings. I'm very
wow.
capable of doing an interview with you and saying, hey, you know what? I am not feeling on top of the world, and I'm willing to talk to you about it too. All right.
Wow.
So I have my heart on my sleeve, I have my emotions on my sleeve, and maybe that's why I'm a little light on my head. Uh, it's very
Wow.
it's very easy for a person to pick up the phone and say something to me, and if it triggers a certain emotion, I might even
You'll
just
carry it in and you'll express it.
and I'll express it to you. I might just end up unfolding my whole life to you because I believe that
Wow.
if you use this for thinking, manipulating XYZ, half your time goes there. You get what I'm saying?
That's incredible. That's incredible because for people like you who are front facing the camera, you're talking to interviewing so many people across. Sometimes I wonder how do you all deal with your own emotions? Like something might trigger, something might piss you off. But for instance, I've always seen you smiling, so I'm like, is he always like this, or does he have a side which is, sort of uh, restrained to his house? But this is brilliant that you bring it up in your work as well, which is what makes you real.
Also, I'll tell you what happens is sometimes when something pisses me off, and a brilliant point, great line, Audi, uh, I've also maybe over a period of time figured out the art of overcoming that too. Like for example, God forbid you say something to me which may
Sure.
piss me off because of life and experiences. I can attack, feel that, oh my God, it doesn't matter in the bigger picture. All right.
Yeah.
Also, it's very important not to take yourself seriously, Ahuti. For example, when I interview an Akshay Kumar, all right, I love Akshay, but Akshay is very, very sharp. If he doesn't want to answer
Very.
some stuff, he will give it to you on your face. If Akshay, yeah, you know that better. You've been in the celebrity management business. You've done so much. So what do? And Akshay will come and he'll say something to you because he obviously may not want to answer a question or whatever. And I love him for that. What do you do in a situation like that? You allow people to take jokes on yourself too. So I allow you,
Wow.
give you the freedom to pull my leg. Moment I
Yeah,
allow you
true.
to do that on me, I
You
immediately
you can do it. Yes, yes, you can do it on the other person as well. Which actually brings me to what I want to ask is you're a people's person. You're out there talking to people, interacting with them all the time. What is a skill if somebody has to develop and get into a field which is a people's person field? What do you think should that person be inculcating or developing or sort of, understanding the most?
if a person is a people's person, right?
Yeah. If
What
that
skill
person
to
has to get
develop?
into, yeah, if that person has to get into the field like how you are out there, what is it that that person has to develop within himself or herself?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. First thing, if a person, the reason I'm in the profession that I'm in, whether it's radio, television, is not because, oh, I have developed some skills. There are certain things that I've been born naturally with. I'm born as a people's person. When I was a child,
Yeah.
my father would hold my hand and make me cross the road. And maybe I'd meet someone on the road. It could be an old gentleman. It could probably be a dudwala. And I used to say hi to all of them. And because of my personality is why I'm in the profession that I'm in. I've not got into the
True.
profession saying, अच्छा मुझे presenter बनना है, social media influencer बनना है, तो मैं ये inculcate करूंगा.
Hmm.
Now, if there's a person who's a little bit of an introvert, you can still be in our profession. But the
True.
route you will take, the
Maybe
route you will
different.
take is different, right? Today,
Yeah.
Aahuti, the way you're talking to me right now is a beautiful style in itself, right? You're also bringing an effortless ease to yourself. The way you're talking, you're throwing in one thing and you're making me open up, right?
Yes, that's true.
With F,
That's
yeah.
true.
So at the end of the
That is
day,
something that is something I always tell, like in my field when I'm talking to talents, and this is some incredible what you actually brought up. I always say that talent remains. Talent is what we can grow, but talent is the base of everything. So what you, I mean, effectively you're saying it's your personality, but it's your talent that you're out there, you can connect to people.
and also, like I told you, like it's important to love people. It's very important. Talent is important. I agree. But in our thing, if you are a people's person, you like people, moment you start building connections. Now, what are you and me doing right now? You
Yeah,
and me are
sure.
not doing talent stuff right now. We are
Of course.
connecting human being to
Connecting.
human being. That's all.
Yep.
And the
Yep.
connections have to be real. It has to
That's
be
true.
raw. Years back, I remember, and let me tell you, there's a lot of people here who are sending messages. So I want to say
Yes,
thank you.
I'm sort
Uh,
of reading most of them, but they're like kind of engrossed in our conversation as well.
yeah, man. So at the end of the day, I'm seeing all these messages. All right, I must tell you, every person that I've interviewed has taught me a lot of things about life. I treat it like a journey. All right. There's a friend of mine called Jimmy Felix from Asthma Band. He's a
Yes,
performer.
yes,
Jimmy's putting a
I
lot of
just saw.
comments there. Now, I will tell you, for example, because he's here, Chandu Ke Chacha song, he and his gang have done. Jimmy's been one of my closest friends for years. I lost touch in the middle. I'm back being great friends with him. I would love the fact that when I would interview Jimmy, he would make the interviewer feel as if he's the most special person on the face of this planet. And I love that. And I realized
Wow.
that he had that power, which he had himself,
Yeah.
which he would convert to house parties when he would play music for his friends. He would make you feel on top
Yeah.
of the world because he's born with
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
every time, like for example, I had given you a quote about Akshay Paji. I love him because today he's like
Yeah.
a brother to me. When I do interviews with Akshay, he makes me be on my toes. He hugs me, he gives me love, but he keeps me on my toes, which makes
Yeah.
me sharper in the head because I know if I'm going to
Yes.
say something, I'll get something back, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
A
You
Ritik
take home
Roshan,
something.
a Ritik Roshan is very, very inspirational. He'll always give you a brilliant message, which you take home back. You understand? A Ranveer Singh will come and say, wow, with that whirlwind energy. He makes you believe that, boss, again, life is great. No matter what
Yeah.
happens, you'll get the best out of me.
So I'm going to ask you a very difficult question, and I think you should be prepared for this one. Of all the people you've interviewed, this could be very difficult. So I'm going to give you five options. Who are your
Sure.
top five favorite?
Okay. People too difficult to interview, huh?
No, no, your favorite ones that you've
Okay, okay.
interviewed, like
Okay.
memorable.
So sure. Not in the same order, but I'm just going to throw 5 minutes. Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shah Rukh
Woo!
Khan. Because I'll tell you why. No matter what you talk to him, he will always give something back to you. Now, if he's
Of
talking to a
course.
16-year-old, he will make that 16-year-old feel as if Shah Rukh is 16 years old too, right?
Yes.
He gets onto your wavelength. If he knows your style of interviews is irreverent, he will be irreverent. If you know your
Correct.
philosophically approach, he will be the same way as well. So Shah
Yes.
Rukh can talk to you on any level. All right?
Yes. Yes.
Number
I
two.
agree. He literally looks into your eye and he makes that conversation and makes you feel so important. And that kind of engages more and more and more. So I agree. I hear you on that one. Go ahead.
Number two, Ranbir Kapoor. I remember when he came to me for Savaria into my radio station. Uh, I remember he was supposed to come at 6 p.m. All right. And I said, you know what? I'm going to be at the gate with my producer to receive him. And suddenly, he comes to the sixth floor alone with his PR person because he came half an hour alone, you know? And I was like, damn, there was no one receiving him at the gate. There
So
was no one,
he was earlier than scheduled.
and there was no one to receive him at the gate. So he just comes on top. And then I'm sitting on the sofa, like half asleep. He puts his hand on my head and says, wow, Sid, and starts talking to me. That was before Savaria.
Wow.
But can I tell you, post him being a superstar, he still has the same attitude. Ranbir Kapoor does not take his stardom seriously.
Seriously. I hear you on that. I agree on that as well.
And that's the hallmark of an achiever. When you don't take
Yeah.
your stardom seriously, which means you can get into any character you want because you're only dealing with characters, you're dealing with human emotions. And
And you back to
again,
yourself then.
that's it. So today,
Yeah.
whether Ranbir is successful, which he is, God forbid, for some time he may not be, and again he might be. All the phases he can handle brilliantly because he does not
Exactly.
take his stardom seriously.
Yeah.
Number
I
three,
agree.
Ranveer Singh. Now I'll
Oh
tell you.
my God. What
So when
energy
he,
that guy has.
no, besides that, I'm going to tell you. So he enters my radio station. On the right, there are 7, 8 people from our radio station. On the left as well. And they are all doing a dance to his number, which is so beautiful. That man, within 3 minutes, ends up hugging all the 5, 10 people on the left side, 5, 10 people on the right side. He makes every person feel special before, during, and after an interview. Even a security guard, who we all love and respect, will even feel more special. Do you realize that? That man makes you feel special. When you're with him, even for 30 seconds, he's saying, wow, you deserve my full-blown energy. Because energy can tie you out. So
That's
which means
true.
he's got the power in his hand to make anyone and everyone feel on top of the world, even
Feel.
in 30
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Totally.
Number four.
He'll enter a room and I think that energy of that room just lights up. Every time I've met him, even if it's work, he will enter with that exuberance, irrespective of how he feels, which is what is like, wow, this guy is full of life because this is what he takes seriously. I also feel that.
Okay. I love Anushka Sharma, because Anushka has no two sides. Anushka is a lady from day one when she came to do her films till now. She has been very, very real.
Real. That's right.
So Anushka, no matter what you ask her, you will not get a diplomatic answer. She will say it as it is, which is brilliant. And even when she says it as it doesn't offend people. Today, I can be
Correct.
blatant to you as well, right? But at the
Correct.
same time,
Correct.
I don't have the power to be blatant and say, hey, I'm going to upset you.
Yeah.
Blatancy
That's
can
right.
also be
Yes.
told in a different way. You're honest, but you don't need to hurt someone. And Anushka has that power. She'll be you ask her anything, she'll say "Thut" as it is. But at the same time, you'll be like, wow, it doesn't make anyone feel bad. So she's got the
Yeah.
power of being honest, yet making you feel that whatever she says touches your heart without upsetting anyone. So Anushka.
Nice.
And number 5, what about Varun Dhawan? Varun is very, very naughty. बहुत naughty है, बहुत बदमाशी करता है. Suddenly I'll do an interview with him when he'll go to a computer next to that and he'll start playing some music, Then he'll maro on chabi. He'll maro something which will trigger off an emotion. He'll pull your leg. He'll do all that. He's actually the naughty
But he's
boy
such a
in the last.
gentleman. But he's
There you
such a
go.
gentleman.
There
What
you
a
go.
gentleman.
Yeah.
I've
And
had
he's like that.
conversations with him at the award functions in the green room. Oh my God, irrespective of who you are or whether he knows you or not, he's so kind, helpful, and I think that just sort of blew me away. And I saw that, I think, the first year after Student of the Year, and that continues up until last year when I saw him for Umang or one of the award shows. I can't remember. Incredible choices, Sid. Incredible.
That's why you'll notice all people who are true achievers in the sense of the word achiever are all people who will always be great with human beings. Because people make us, man. People make
Yes,
us,
true,
right?
true,
Right now,
true,
when you're
true.
talking to me at this time, you're contributing to my life, Ahuti. If I don't give you all that I have, that's not being fair to you. It's not being fair to me, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, every conversation, every experience is what is making us, and if we give it our all, you never know what better can come out of it.
Yeah, man. Okay, I want to say hi to a few people if you don't mind. So let's
Please,
do this.
please.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm going from the top. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? I like this. Ambarish, hello, brother. Hope you're doing well. Lots of love. Be happy, mere bhai. Afro Jack. Hi, Afro Jack.
Nice name.
Mukhtar, Sang 92. Love Patel. The Shubs, Kalpesh. Real Shivam Shukla. Hello, bhai. Dave, official. Dhruv. Gaurav 2890. Raktim. Wow.
Lots of my
Nakval.
friends around, lots of my team
Hi.
members as well.
Tarang Insta. Pulkit
Yes.
Live. Wow. Mirang Manik. Hello. Fan of Three Legends joined. Who are these three legends, man? Mirang, thank you for your compliments. Viren Gelod. Yeah. Navneet Solanki. My God, yeah. Kulpreet says you're very, very pretty. I agree to that one,
Thank you.
Kulpreet. And she's also very, very
Thank you.
intelligent. And
Thank you.
Guru Randhava Shruti, Daddy's Girl, Gaur Amit. Hello, brother. Amit Gaur is
What a nice.
actually an actor and he's also a
Yes.
fitness guru.
I'm a,
And I love him, the way he does his fitness videos. I'm going to be jamming with him very soon. Parmin626, Jimmy Felix, we just spoke about you. Rima Sangvi, how you doing?
Tanvi,
Rituraj sir, kaise
hi.
aap?
I can see all your emoticons.
All right, there you go. What's your second? Googly at me.
So, Google, did I even throw a Google at you? Not
No,
yet.
no, no. But you're allowed
Um,
to.
so I'm sure interviewing and interacting with so many people, sometimes there has it been a experience where you put your foot in the mouth?
Actually, I'll tell you what has happened is whatever I do is part of what I am, and in the bigger picture is what I want to do. Now, I'll give you an example. Years back, when radio interviews were not shot, all right,
Yeah, yep,
and I was interviewing this superstar, and I was talking to him and asking him very bindas questions, like, as if he was my best friend. And I
yeah.
remember this PR coordinator, she held me like this and said, "You can't ask this." So I was like, okay. Again, I went forward. And she again stopped me. "You can't talk like this." Again, I went forward. And third time she did this. And I remember looking at the